Good morning. My name is Chuck Ruth. My pronouns are he and him. I have the joy of serving on your Board of Trustees. It is my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. If you are here for the first time, thank you for joining us. We look forward to getting to know you. We invite you to fill out one of the visitor forms that are in the pews. Everyone present in the sanctuary today is welcome to join our in-person community time immediately following the service. As Unitarian Universalists, we affirm that love is the center and the power that holds us together and is at the center. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love. In preparation for the expected return of ICE to our area, a number of Know Your Rights trainings are happening in the next few weeks. Topics include knowing your rights as they pertain to ICE, evaluating your personal safety risk for levels of engagement, and information on ways to get involved. Unity Temple is hosting a training next Sunday afternoon, the 22nd. There is a QR code in this week's e-beacon to register. The more educated and connected we are, the better we can protect our communities, our neighbors, and ourselves. Talk to Reverend Emily if you have any questions. We are so glad you are with us today. I invite you, and those of you in person here today, to take a moment to greet one another. Yeah, of course.
Good morning again.
Nice sweater.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
From the
fancy.
Lack of Heat Community Temple.
All right, you're going to do great, Ron.
It's wool.
You have all my love in you.
Looking forward to hearing that.
See how it goes.
Feels like it's been a while.
Yeah.
Our chalice lighter today is Lindsay. Lindsay's favorite flower is the peony. And Lindsay is going to be conducting our Wise Singers at next Sunday's service, so be sure and tune in to that. Please join with me in the words of our chalice lighting. We are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open minds, the loving hearts, and the helping hands. We take care of the planet Earth and each other.
Freedom plow, wouldn't take nothing for my journey now.
Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on.
Only chains that we can stand are the chains of hand in hand.
Keep your eyes
on to town.
Many good souls have fought and died, so we could sing here side by side.
When united, it is clear we don't have to live in fear. Building walls and spreading hate will not make our country great.
My name is Jay Cohen. My pronouns are he, him. I'm the worship associate today. When I look back at who I was in the 1980s, I see a young 20-something man trying so hard not to be gay. Before coming out, I didn't know any openly gay people, and the only comments I heard about gay people were jokes and slurs and warnings and contempt. This was also the height of the HIV crisis, when AIDS was pretty much a death sentence. And so everywhere I turned, the world seemed to be telling me that who I was shameful and that it came with terrible consequences. I was lost, bursting inside, longing to be free. After years of this, I found my way to a therapist named Sandy. Sandy was in her 40s, very knowledgeable about coming out, staying safe, dating, telling my story to friends and family. She guided me through this critical chapter of my life for which I will always be grateful. And beyond the work of coming out itself, Sandy ended up shaping something much deeper in me that I did not even know I needed. She modeled a way of being in the world as a nurturing, openly kind, deeply affirming person. I was coming from a background that was quite loud with fear and with stigma and with shame. And Sandy showed me the power of care through nurturing, through warmth, through seeing people through the eyes of love and naming each other's strengths. Her very way of being truly altered the course of my life. I eventually changed careers, joined a church, began to volunteer. More importantly, I set an intention to bring more kindness into the world when I can. In many ways, I think we all find ourselves bringing kindness, whether being openly generous with our time, or affirming with our words, or just offering a gentle presence. Each small gesture can remind someone that there is still goodness out here, and that we never know the impact we're having on another person's life. Rachel Naomi Remen, author of Kitchen Table Wisdom, writes that the way we treat each other is the way we heal. So in this time when so many messages are harsh and frightening, may we all remember that small acts matter, that every offer of care is a quiet antidote, a living expression of love, a moment that can shape someone's life in the way they don't even know they need. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your life journey, wherever you are in the world, you are welcome here. Come, let us worship together. We're going to sing Love Will Guide Us. The words will be on the screen. Please rise if you're comfortable.
please join in reading the words of our covenant. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is the sacrament, and service is the prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God.
Good morning. My name is Maureen Crotty. My pronouns are she, her, and I serve on your spiritual care team. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. Sharing the joys and sorrows of our lives with each other is one of the ways we embody love in our congregation. Those attending in person may share your joys and sorrows in the binder outside the doors of the sanctuary. You can also email your joys and sorrows to us at spiritualcare@unitytemple.org. If you are carrying something and would like a listening ear, please keep in mind that the spiritual care team is here for you. We can meet in person or talk by phone, whatever feels most comfortable. Mostly, we want you to know that you do not need to carry this alone. No one submitted joys and sorrows this week, but we know that many of us hold both of these tenderly in our minds and hearts. We know that we hold some joys and sorrows in silence. We invite anyone who has a joy or sorrow to come forward to drop a stone into the bowl of water at one of the 4 stations around the room. We invite you to engage in the spiritual practice of silence during this shared ritual. Let's begin.
My name is Emily Mace. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the intern minister here at Unity Temple. I invite you into a time for prayer and meditation, settling your bodies and your minds, your souls and your spirits into this time and space. Our prayer today draws on the words of the Reverend Alex Klingenberg from her collection Quietly Wild. This poem is titled Valentine's Day. Be in love with your pets, your friends, your children, yourself. Fall in love with night drives and glazed donuts, with your hot cup of coffee, your perfectly brewed tea, the freshly cleaned sheets, the bright bowl of lemons, the half-folded laundry, the sound of the neighbors heading to work, the way the light slants in every morning and finds your cat's closed eyes. Fall in love with the world and those you've chosen to share it with. Imperfect, but yours. Spirit of life, today we call towards all the ways love shows up in our lives, how it challenges us, tries us, surprises us, holds us, enfolds us, guides us. For all that is love in our lives, we give our thanks and our praise. Spirit of life, Spirit of love, may love be with us at our center today. Amen and blessed be.
If you are someone who likes to come close when you are listening to a story, I invite you to come and sit down on the floor near me. I have a book today called Stay Angry, Little Girl. It's inspired by Madeleine L'Engle. Maybe some of you have read A Wrinkle in Time. And it's inspired by her, and it's illustrated by Michelle Jing Chong. And it says stay angry, little girl, but it's really especially for anyone who's ever been told that their feelings are not okay. Feelings are always okay. Stay angry, little Meg, Mrs. Whatsit whispered. You will need all your anger now, wrote Madeleine L'Engle in A Wrinkle in Time. Stay angry, little girl. That park is getting closed, so that makes her angry. Can anybody else think of anything that makes them angry? Anger helps you know what needs to change. Stay sensitive, little girl. There is strength in tears and feeling things deeply. Stay stubborn, little girl. Hold tight to what you believe in. Defend what you love. Stay curious, little girl. Your questions will lead to big answers. Stay loud, little girl. We need to hear your voice. Stay kind, little girl. Make the world a welcoming place for everyone. Stay playful, little girl. Play is how we discover and connect. Stay you, little girl. Angry, sensitive, stubborn, curious, loud, kind, playful. You. And that is for all of us. The end.
Good morning. My name is Madonna Thielen, and my pronouns are she, her. Each week, Unity Temple splits its offering evenly, one half supporting the mission and the programs of this congregation, and today the other half will support the Migrant Ministries Legal Defense Fund. For the past 2 years, we have been collaborating with Migrant Ministries of the Catholic community of Oak Park to respond to the needs of our new immigrant neighbors. One of our efforts has been to support locally housed immigrants, and a pressing need for these families is to find enough money to cover the legal and court costs, which can range from $1,500 to over $5,000 for their asylum cases. The Migrant Ministries Legal Defense Fund helps these families with these costs. Many of us who volunteer at Centro San Bernardino know how grateful these families are for the support and love they receive from you who donate to their survival. To find out more about other ways you can support migrant ministries, contact immigration@unitytemple.org. May we be transformed by our giving, and may the world be transformed by our gifts.
I'm Reverend Roger, and my pronouns are he, him. The reading today is The Raincoat by Ada Limon. When the doctor suggested surgery and a brace for all my youngest years, my parents scrambled to take me to massage therapy, deep tissue work, osteopathy, and soon my crooked spine unspooled a bit. I could breathe again and move more in a body unclouded by pain. My mom would tell me to sing songs to her the whole 45-minute drive to Middle 2 Rock Road and 45 minutes back from physical therapy. She'd say that even my voice sounded unfettered by my spine afterward. So I sang and sang because I thought she liked it. I never asked her what she gave up to drive me or how her day was before this chore. Today, at her age, I was driving myself home from yet another spine appointment, singing along to some maudlin but solid song on the radio. And I saw Mom take her raincoat off and give it to her young daughter when a storm took over the afternoon. My God, I thought. My whole life I've been under her raincoat thinking it was somehow a marvel that I never got wet.
The only thing stronger than hate is love. The only thing stronger than hate is love. Perhaps you saw this recently on, say, a giant electronic billboard at one of the most watched halftime shows of the Super Bowl in history. It's funny how when you start thinking about something, how you start seeing evidence of it everywhere. Knowing that I was going to preach about love today, I've had my love-colored glasses on everywhere, and everywhere has not disappointed at all. I started thinking about love as a weapon, the title of my sermon, a while ago, and now that it's here, it feels like the wrong choice. Weapons are designed to hurt and harm and inflict damage and even kill. Love is more like the anti-weapon. When we act through and with and because of love, we're not really fighting fire with fire. We're upending the whole paradigm, the whole premise of meeting with equal sorts of tools. Love is a whole different ballgame, and therein lies its power. Around Valentine's Day, our cultural thoughts turn us towards love, but it's often with an emphasis on romance and dinners out and big gestures, which is great and wonderful. And that is part of love, or can be, but also love, the kind that makes up long-term romantic relationships, is mostly made up of daily, ordinary things. I sing with the C21 Women's Ensemble, and last weekend we were invited to be part of a Black Heritage Performing Arts community concert at Shiloh Baptist Church on the far south side of Chicago. While it was a concert, it was a little like a church service, and at the beginning, one of the church leaders lifted up the names of the couples who had celebrated 50 years or more of marriage. It was an impressively long list, maybe like 8 to 10 couples. Then he invited anyone in the room who had also been married that long to stand up. More couples, and each got to say how long they had been married. It brought me to tears. I didn't know their stories, but I caught a glimpse in my own mind's eye of the sheer volume of things these couples might have weathered together. Grocery shopping and dinner decisions, late-night feedings, deaths of loved ones, ER visits, school concerts, getting dragged to something your spouse or kid or extended family really wants to go to and you don't, carpools, birthdays and anniversary and graduation celebrations, washing their dishes for the billionth time, pleasant and unpleasant surprises, laughing hysterically, filing taxes, and on the list goes. Love is commitment. It is showing up again and again and again, sometimes even when you aren't sure you want to, and the more of that happens, the deeper and stronger love can become. This is true, or can be true, not just for committed couples, but for families, inherited or shared or made, both with relatives and friends. Love is one of those elastic forces that can expand simply by your own attention and investment. It's magical that way. It is also magical in the way that there's something about being loved that can ground us or feel like a shield or some kind of talisman that can help us along our way. I keep thinking of Ada Limon's poem, The Raincoat. Today, she writes, I saw a mom take her raincoat off and give it to her young daughter when a storm took over the afternoon. My God, I thought, my whole life I've been under her raincoat thinking it was somehow a marvel that I never got wet. None of us can ever escape all the storms, but there surely have been times when we have been under a raincoat when a storm came, maybe even without our knowing. And we also have lent our raincoat to others. I am certain of it. Because of love. There's also a way in which one person's love and attention can make all the difference for us. Jay told a story of a therapist who made all the difference for him, using love to counter the messages of fear and shame, and in doing so, transforming his life. We all likely could tell a story about someone who, in the spirit of love, opened a new door for us, or a new way of seeing ourselves, or helped forge a new pathway. More love magic. When we love and we are loved, we can meet hatred from a more fortified, more powerful place. So, I've had on love-colored glasses these past couple of weeks, but I barely needed them to find love at the Yoko Ono exhibit at the Museum of Contemporary Art. When you first walk off the elevator, you see two small trees with lots of branches. There's a table there with pieces of paper, pencils, and instructions from Yoko. I feel like we're on a first name basis. Wish tree, the sign says. Make a wish. Write it down on a piece of paper, fold it, and tie it around a branch of the wish tree. Ask your friends to do the same. Keep wishing. I wrote down my wish, tied it on the tree, and then I walked around reading other people's wishes. Some were about money, but most of them were about love. It felt like a gift to read them, glimpsing something secretly held in people's hearts and souls and minds. There were several other participatory exhibits, one of which involved tables full of broken pieces of dishes. The tables also had twine, scissors, glue, and tape. It was called Mend Peace. The instructions read, "Mend with wisdom, mend with love. It will mend the earth at the same time." Once you were done creating something new by mending the broken pieces, you were invited to place them on the shelves for everyone to see. I love thinking of these little works of art as pieces that help mend the earth. There was also an art installation of helmets, which had a German World War II helmets with puzzle pieces, or pieces of the sky. The description notes that the helmets reference the violent fragmenting of hope through war. Despite being dispersed, the puzzle pieces are designed to come together and reform the sky. They suggest the possibility for healing through collective action or thought. Yoko calls this a piece of the sky. She writes, "Take a piece of the sky. Know that we are all part of each other." I took a piece of the sky, which indeed looks like a puzzle piece. I've been carrying it around since I got it, and it has been a kind of reminder of love, that we are indeed all part of each other. I'm going to remember this exhibit for a long, long time. I so appreciated being invited to literally help create the art. I really valued the way it was done without judgment. I felt I was fully empowered by Yoko Ono to be part of her vision of love and peace and healing. Here's the thing about creativity done with the spirit of love. It is a force for good. And it reminds us that we don't have to do things the way we've always done them. We can be artists too. We can question. We can see new possibilities. There's a TV show called The Jennifer Hudson Show, which is a syndicated talk show, mostly with celebrity interviews. It might just be another talk show, but the guests have to pass through something called the spirit tunnel on the way to being interviewed. It's a long hallway on the way to the stage, and the staff all line up on either side of the hallway. And as the guest enters, the staff starts singing or chanting, clapping, and otherwise cheering the celebrity on. It is the greatest. I have never seen the actual show, but I have watched dozens of these spirit tunnel videos. I sometimes wonder what it would be like if we all got to pass through a cheering tunnel on our way to do something challenging. There are always more ways we can cheer each other on and build each other up. And just witnessing that happening for others is an uplifting gift. One of my UU ministerial colleagues some weeks back created a project called Love Notes for our UU siblings in Minnesota. Thinking of our UU siblings suffering under ICE occupation, they created a spreadsheet with names and addresses of those congregations and issued an invitation to other congregations to send notes of care and solidarity. Last week, the lead minister on one of these Minnesota congregations posted a picture of a wall inside his church building. He admitted that when the call went out to send cards to Minnesotan congregations, he thought it was a little hokey. I was wrong, he said, because our wall is covered in cards. We are adding notes as they come in, and I keep seeing congregants come into the church, shaken by whatever they have been a part of that day, stand at this wall reading, take a deep breath, and then head back out. Thank you. There is love, so much love, everywhere we look. The thing about authoritarianism, about fascism, about hatred is that they require fear to work. They require isolation and sameness and smallness. They require selfishness. They require lying and conformity and erasure to function. Karis Nemec in the Star Wars show Andor reminds us, the imperial need for control is so desperate because it is so unnatural. Tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks, it leaks. Authority is brittle. Oppression is the mask of fear. We all know this. Still, authoritarianism feels powerful and scary. It is powerful and scary. They have those tools of fear and oppression and conformity, and they are using them well with some. But what we have is love. And that love shows up in so many different ways. We show love when we meet fear with all the feelings. We say, as Madeleine L'Engle did in our story For All Ages, stay angry, little girl. Your anger is going to help us to know what needs to be changed. We hold tight to our beliefs and our vulnerability and our broken hearts and kindness and stubbornness because they are all of who we are, and they will help us show us how we need to be and what we need to do. I've heard so many people talk about how hard it is to take in all the terrible news that is happening. There is so much that is heavy. I find myself crying a lot, but I realize it's mostly when I feel hopeful. Last week at Shiloh Baptist Church, I sobbed my way through the congregation singing Lift Every Voice and Sing at the beginning of the concert, and then We Shall Overcome at the end. That's good news, though. Pain and crying mean that you are still able to love in the midst of it all, and the alternative is much, much worse. We show love when we express our connection and generosity. Last year, this congregation gave away over $40,000 to organizations that are our justice partners, helping to support life-changing work. This was accomplished by a simple ask each week in our worship service. I can't even begin to estimate the number of hours and ways people here are building relationships, working on issues, calling their representatives, protesting in marches, protecting their neighbors, educating themselves on the issues, and so on and so on. Thursday night on a call with Minnesota resistance leaders, someone asked, "What can we do to prepare for when ICE comes to our town?" The answer was this simple and this complex: connect with your neighbors. The more we can do this, the stronger our relationships become, the more loving and caring communities become, the more we can exist in a world that looks like the one we dream of. A world where all people can live with access to housing and food and healthcare and education. A world where all people are free to be who they are. A world where all can grow and learn and thrive. A world, that is, with love at the center. The only thing stronger than hate is love. The only thing stronger than hate is love, the Billboard stated at the end of the amazing halftime show created by Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, also known as Bad Bunny. I didn't understand a lot of it while I was watching it the first time, but I felt the joy. I felt the pride. I felt the authenticity. I felt the celebration. I felt the deep love permeating it all. So incredibly great. Love is an anti-weapon, and we know how to use it. We know how to live it and be it. And we will keep on leaning into that more and more as love calls us more deeply in the days and weeks ahead. Love is a weapon not because we are fighting fire with fire. We are upending the whole paradigm. We're creating a new ball game, a whole new way of being. Every time we act in love, it helps our world, our communities, the people around us, and ourselves. No one can take that love away from us. It belongs to us, and it is within us and all around us. It is with love and because of love that we will win. Love wins. And so, may it always be. I invite you to rise and body your spirit. We're going to sing Meditation on Breathing.
Three different parts. I'll sing each one, and then you choose which one you want to join in on the fourth time. Let's do the drone. Breathe in and breathe out. Ready? And go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in,
Our closing words are from 1 Corinthians 16. Keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, be strong. Let all that you do be done in love. Please join with me in the words of our chalice extinguishing. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.
I've got a song I want to share with you, and you're going to jump in the moment that you feel it. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, that's right, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love, here we go. This love.